big action this afternoon between the Surgical Southeast and Promex Harlem United. A big game expected here this afternoon at the Stock Farm Complex. It's a hot and sunny Saturday afternoon. As I say, good afternoon.
And good afternoon to you, Gavin, and good afternoon to all our followers and listeners on social media. It's good to be here today. I am expecting a very good matchup, a very highly contested matchup. Both teams have been in the hunt for the top of the table, and I expect
Last evening we saw a Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC getting past Midland United 4-0. There were two goals. Travis Joseph, a goal for Felix Ansem, and also a goal for Shikel St. Marie. This is going to be the second game of the weekend. Tomorrow we have another doubleheader, one at the Benjamin's Park Reunited and Connect 767 East Central. And here at the Stockholm playing field, we're going to have a happy Bath State.
so. Just apologizing for a few technical difficulties, but we're here at the Stock Farm Playing Complex, and the match is about to start. I'm going to go over the lineups for both teams. With the Promex Harlem United, we have number 31 Elwin Jean-Louis, number 6 Kasim Peltier, number 3 Quinton Moise, number 2 Jahim Maxine, number 11 Jarvis Humphrey, 14 Derwin Emmanuel, 10 Donan Gervais, 7 Odell Francis, 4 Idoni Samuel, 12 Odell Laville, and 18 Brandel Richards. And starting for the Surgical Southeast, Dante Challenger, Malian Phillip, number 1 and 8 respectively, Yannick George, 14, Kimon Coffey, number 3, Rai Phillip, 7, Sidney Lockhart, 11, Javid George, 9, Conan Lockhart, 19, Troy Lewis, 15, and Josle Prince, number 21. These teams are coached by Kieran Charles and Gavaska Charles, respectively. And while we're waiting to get Gavin back online, it's a very bright day here at the Stock Farm Complex. The sun is hot, and the players have a daunting task ahead of them. Both teams are going to be coming up against very challenging opponents. Both teams have been playing well. Harlem was exceptional. I think, in my opinion, they had the performance of the season. The team played well. It was very connected, very fluent. The wingers helping the fullbacks, and the fullbacks were always helping the wingers. The strikers were supporting the midfield was supporting the strikers. So Harlem had a very complete game in all aspects of the game last week. I hope to see that again. The support the wingers Javid and Sydney give to their fullbacks and to their defense is immense. It's actually how they beat Bath State in the Nations Cup. So I hope to see another enthralling, exciting, enjoyable encounter here at Stock Farm, and I hope you all look forward to it.
On.
Oh, this is the part right here.
Coming through loud and clear. Good afternoon. We're here at the Stock Farm playing field venue here for big matchup between Surgical Southeast and Promex Harlem United. Jordan, I think we've gotten everything sorted out now, and we're back on track. So, as we were saying, it's a big encounter coming up, and we've gone through the starting lineups for both teams. We're just awaiting the teams to make their way onto the playing field. It's just a little after 4 o'clock. We're due for a 4 o'clock start here this afternoon. Just a quick recap on the form of the two teams. Well, Harlem, they're coming off an impressive 2-0 victory over Happy Buffet State last weekend, while Surgical Southeast, they had to come from behind against Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC, and it took a free kick there from Javid George to earn Surgical Southeast a share of the points against Dubla last weekend. That game ended 1-1. So looks like we're up or in for a big clash again. Two teams in pretty decent form as the Premier League continues this afternoon. And Jordan, from the looks of it, the Southeast team, they look to be pretty much at full strength. As a matter of fact, we just got some late additions to the squad with Kenny John Baptist and also Randolph Peltier in the starting, not starting 11, but on the bench for the Southeast team.
Southeast has a strong team, but they cannot afford to make the mistake of last week this week. They cannot afford to go down against this Harlem team. Harlem will punish them. Harlem went up early against Buffet State last week and never let the game go. They kept pressuring the game, kept defending as a team, and prevented Buffet State from building any momentum. If Southeast allows that to happen to them, they will be in problems.
They will be in problems. And Harlem, on the other hand, Harlem, of course, looked pretty dominant against Buffet State. They controlled the midfield last weekend. It's going to be another key midfield battle again this afternoon, and we'll have to see how they're able to contend against Southeast.
I was saying, Gavin, that the support of the front three for both teams is going to be very important. The support that they give to the midfield and to the defense, that is going to allow one team to become dominant. Because if you have the entire team defending as a unit, then they will win that battle. So if you're winning defense, then the other team is losing attack, and then you can try to dominate them on the other side. And that is how, I think that is how eventually the game will be won. It's the team that overpowers the other in the midfield battle, but the team that takes their chances. Taking your chances is always important.
And Jordan, as we speak to you, the two teams just making their way onto the playing field here this afternoon. And we can start with the Southeast team in their traditional orange with the black stripes and the black pants, led by Josler Prince, the captain, and the Harlem team in their traditional white and black, led by their captain Kasim Peltier. And the officials today, from the looks of it, I can see Honoré. We can also notice Travis, as looks to be the fourth official, and we have
Brothers McDonald, Sean and
right,
Cafe
as the assistant officials for this afternoon.
And it's always good to see the teams come out and the officials, and we have a walkout. We're still able to have that bit of camaraderie before the game. Also, when I see Josler Prince, he's a sign of everything good with football in Dominica to me, because he was part of one of the saddest days in our history, but he made it out because he knew his brothers were coming, you know. So again, it's good. It's going to be a good game. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the game, and some cloud cover has come over, Gavin, so it looks like we will not be playing in the extreme conditions today.
Yes,
At least we won't start that way.
we won't start that way, and I'm quite sure that the players will be quite happy for that, because I can tell you that the sun here at Stock Farm can be quite, I should say, very deadly, Jordan, and especially now as we're into the peak of the dry season, where it's hardly raining. I mean, you can just look at the outfield; it's a little brown. I saw them water in the field today, but that just gives you an idea as to how hot it's been for the past few weeks.
It has been, Gavin. It has been very hot, and as the field is showing the effects of that dry weather, of the dry climate.
The match officials, I see the McDonald brothers, Mr. Honoré in the middle, and the fourth official, Travis Gensol.
All right, so just getting confirmation from the Master of Ceremonies as to the officials for this afternoon.
And Gavin, it's always nice when we get to see some
Today's the birthday of the president of the
support
DFA
for the football game.
The
The fourth official and the teams are both housed nicely. It makes a lovely backdrop to the game.
Yes, it does. And also today is the birthday of the president of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Glenn Etienne.
Happy birthday, Chief.
So on behalf of Vibrant TV, we want to wish him a happy birthday. Also, a reminder that the man of the match will be, there'll be a presentation from Vibrant TV as well as the DFA. Some $300 will be up for grabs this afternoon. As we're just awaiting a kickoff here. From the looks of it, looks like Southeast will be attacking the Roseau end, while the Harlem team will be attacking the Stock Farm Prison end.
The man of the match for today will walk away $300, 200 compliments IBN TV, and 100 compliments the DFA. 45 minutes of football, sit back, relax, and enjoy it.
So the referee just making his final inspections, making sure everything's okay, and we should have a kickoff any moment from now. The defending champions are Surgical Southeast, and here's the whistle, and we're underway here at the Stock Farm playing field, Southeast in possession, and quickly given away there.
And while I did not recognize him in the starting lineups, Kenny John Baptiste seems to be on the field.
Yes.
And he has started off early by trying to make one of his trademark long balls.
So it's going to be an interesting battle in that midfield, as we said, Jordan, where it's Harlem with it. And a dangerous pass there, almost intercepted by Joseph Prince, but it's with Kasim Peltier, the captain for the Harlem team.
I think Derwin Emmanuel is very confident in Kasim and that and in his ability to find him with that pass. And in the end, it did work out. However, Southeast has prevented Harlem from penetrating any further.
So the ball on the far side, and Harlem with a throw-in.
And here's one of my players to look out for, Gavin, Brandel Richards, but he is not able to weave his normal early magic.
Well, that's a long ball. Was looking to find Javid George, a national footballer, Javid George.
However, an early clearance by Elwin Jean-Louis. I think he saw something that the rest of the team was not in tune with.
So it's a Southeast with it, looking to knock the ball around. It's if Kenny John Baptiste. Looking to find George, who lays it up nicely for Prince. And Prince do for good football there to Lockhart, and it took some very good goalkeeping there from Elwin Jean-Louis, because that definitely would have been the opening goal, Jordan.
And then you have a mistake here, and Odell has been gifted a chance on goal. But a lovely save by young challenger on the other end from the Southeast team.
So end-to-end action in the first few minutes, Jordan. We saw excellent football there from Joseph Prince, and which almost played in Lockhart there for a goal. And then on the other end, Odell Laville with a chance. And here comes Harlem again. It's with Laville.
But then you had Richards winning the ball back in the initial phase of play. But some sloppy play from Idoni in the midfield. But Odell Francis does a good job of winning the ball back.
And now one will go into touch. It's going to be a throw-in for Southeast.
Kasim tried the long ball to find young Humphreys, but it did not work. And I like the way both teams have played. I think both teams are trying to play expansive. You have seen the long ball being attempted. A few have been completed, but a few have not. I think this bodes well. Gavin, I think as we said in the preview, we're going to be up for a very good game.
Yes, I think we'll definitely have goals on display this afternoon. So for the neutral fans, I think you should tie your belts and get yourselves set for some interesting football this afternoon.
And here we see some of the Southeast supporters making their way into the pavilion. They're a very confident bunch, Gavin. They're not as loud and vocal as some of the other teams. I'm not going to mention the CCUL, Dubla FC supporters, however. The Sagicor Southeast supporters are very confident. They are never afraid, and they always celebrate, and they always expect their team to come out with the victory. And their team has two-time defending champions. They're stuck of a free-pit. Do you think that's possible, Gavin?
And they always travel in their numbers, Jordan. The Southeast team are always decked in orange, so you can look at the stands there on the Stock Farm playing field, and it's a sea of orange. But back on the field, there's an infringement. It's going to be what appears to be a free kick for Harlem in a very attacking position with an opportunity maybe to get that ball into the box. Looks like Southeast may be setting up with a 3-man wall. And the referee just instructing the wall there to get back to the required distance, the 10 yards. And on it is Donan Jervey for Harlem, and he has a lot of options in the box. And here comes the free kick. Up good heads, and this one, good save there from Dante Challenger. I'll have to get back as to who got onto the end of that header.
That was Odell Laville, Gavin. He made a very good attempt, a very good leap, and put a very accurate attempt on target.
Well, Jordan, Odell Laville, so one of the shortest players on the field, really rose to the occasion there, because I thought it was a taller player with the height of that header there, but good work there from Odell Laville, and the goalkeeper, Dante Challenger, equal to the task as well.
Well, Gavin, as far as I know, it's white men that can jump, and Gavin is very much not white. So he did a very good job of showing that he has promise, and got very high to get that ball. A very powerful and accurate header towards goal.
Ball on the near side, and Southeast looking to get out of trouble. Javi George lays it off to Joseph Prince. Has found Lockhart, Cohen Lockhart is back with Javi George. And Javi George trying to go forward, and it's well defended in the end
by Odell Francis.
A
staple in the Harlem midfield. He sits as the lone defensive midfielder with Idoni and Donnan pushing ahead of him. However, he gets a lot of support when the team comes back, but he does a very good job of keeping it tight at the back.
Right, so it's going to be a throw-in for Southeast. From the looks of it, maybe they could be setting up for some sort of a long throw.
It seems that way.
And here it comes from Malian Phillip, looking to find Joseph Prince. Defended by Harlem in the end. But Kenny John Baptist looking to play that ball into the back, or back into the box, I should say.
And there you have Kasim coming out as the victor of national teammates.
So a lot of national players on show this afternoon. We'll get back to that in a while as another ball comes into the box there. And Lockhart is looking to find Kenny John Baptist. And now it's Harlem breaking, and it's on to Odell Laville. And Odell unable to make the most of it, and it's gone out for a goal kick.
He couldn't seem to bring the ball under control, Gavin. The gaining possession of the ball seemed to evade him, and he was unable to bring it under his control. The ball went out of play, and here we have Southeast. Kenny John Baptist on the ball again.
And again, another good pass from Kenny John Baptist, and it's on the wings there, and you can see Joseph Prince signaling for it. It's going to fall for Joseph Prince, and it goes in, and that's the goal! First goal here this afternoon, and it's 1-0 to Sagicor Southeast. Brilliant play there, Jordan.
Yes, Gavin, and I think if you're going to be playing the Sagicor Southeast, this team, and you notice that Kenny John Baptist is on the field, you have to prevent that ball out to the wing. Against Happy Buffet State in the finals, it's the same thing that happened. He controls the ball in the middle, plays the ball out wide. The team is allowed to transition on the defense. The defenders are running 2 goals, and you have a quality ball played in behind the defense. And quality striking makes you pay. I don't normally see Sidney, Jarvis, Devon when he's in the starting lineup, or Jostler miss those type of opportunities, Gavin. It's quite expected that the score is now 1-0 to the Sagicor Southeast. based on the play, on the final play and the final ball.
And that was some poor defending in the end too from Harlem as well, because we could see Joseph Prince signaling for that ball, and he was very much unmarked in the end and had acres of time, acres of space to do what he had to do. So it's 1-0 to Surgical Southeast. Joseph Prince has put them in front, and here comes Southeast again, and looking to lay that off there for Javid George. That's Joseph Prince, but intercepted in the
there
end
by Quinton Moyes. And then you have Brandel Richards breaking away. However, he's defended by Odell, and the ball rolls into keeper challenger, and plays allowed to reset.
Well, Southeast will have to be wary of that sort of counter from Harlem, as that's possibly the second time that it's happened so far in the game. But here's another through ball. This time it's for Lockhart, and he's good work there from Elwin Jalwi again, coming out and playing the sweeper role there and just taking the ball from Koan Lockhart. But here comes Southeast again. It's with Javid George looking to find Joseph Prince, and if I head out, it's a goal! It's a goal for Surgical Southeast, and they're running riot here on Promex Harlem United. It's 2-0, and it's Joseph Prince with his second of the afternoon.
That's it. And it seems like Surgical has come here to show that last week that was a blip, and they are the best team in the country. This is complete dominance being shown here by the Surgical Southeast. 2 very early, easy goals. Very simple play, control, composed possession, and they seem to be blowing Harlem away, Gavin.
Well, that's 2 brilliant finishes from Joseph Prince inside of the penalty area, and both coming off crosses from either side of the wing. And this time a lovely assist there from Javid George, and is Joseph Prince with a towering header this time, beating the diving goalkeeper Elwin Jalwi, and it's a 2-0 to Surgical Southeast. And you can see them with their tails up, Jordan. It looks like we could be seeing more goals here this afternoon.
Well, Gavin, you did say there would be goals in this game, and Surgical is showing that they are primed and ready to provide that for the public. 3 attacks, 2 goals. Harlem needs to be careful.
Well, the only good thing that Harlem can take from this so far is that the game is still very early, so there's still lots of time for them to get themselves back into this game. But nonetheless, they really have to try to weather the storm, Jordan, because from the looks of it, Southeast could be running riot on Harlem again, just as they did in the semi-finals of the Nations Cup, where they were beaten 5, I believe it was 5-0, or 5-1. I think Harlem got a late goal there in that game. But let's see how things unfold this afternoon.
Yes, Gavin, and I think the influence of Kenny John Baptist has been very important in the early stages. If you notice right now, he's not in the play. However, whenever the ball comes back, he's always there. He's ready to transition, and when he gets the ball, it's his play on the ball that really makes a big difference for the team. And
that's something that you mentioned there, Jordan, Kenny John Baptist, and the impact that he's having on the game. And as an Arsenal supporter, I think I can liken him to a former Arsenal player, Mesut Ozil, in terms of the impact that he has offensively. He may not be the defensive guy that you need to lock down the midfield or whatever it is, but he's capable of these moments of magic with these perfect passes. And that's what we've seen so far this afternoon.
And not only that, Gavin, but if you notice the current move, which has culminated in this lovely through ball, was started with a ball back to the goalkeeper from Kenny. Not many players would have used the goalkeeper, but here you have a pass from the goalkeeper resulting in an attack and a corner kick.
Well, as they always say, Jordan, sometimes you have to go back to go forward.
Definitely.
And Kenny John Baptist really just using that experience, getting the ball back. But it's a corner kick for Southeast, an opportunity for them to even rub some more salt into the wounds there of the Harlem team. It's 2-0 in case you're just joining us. And here comes the corner kick, and could be trouble. It's punched by Elwin Jalwi, and it will go as far as Mali and Philip. And Javid George is waiting for that pass. And here comes another cross there, looking to find the number Lockhart. 3 player there. That was Kimon Coffey actually, and also Lockhart was in the midst of there, but just a bit overhit, and it's gone out for a goal kick. So Coach Kieran Charles of the Harlem team definitely wouldn't be too pleased with what's gone on so far.
It's not what we expected, Gavin. However, I think you always have to expect the worst, and this is definitely the worst that Kieran could have expected. I think Southeast have been very clinical in the early stages. Their touches, their passes, their play has been very neat, and Harlem needs to match that if they want to beat them.
Here comes Harlem now, and that's a free ball, and this could be trouble. Could Harlem get an answer now? Played across the goal there, and Dante Challenger will collect.
However, the final ball from Brandon Richards was not good enough, but the through ball from Odell Laville was very nice. And
Yes,
that is the kind of play we've been seeing from the Southeast team. So we need to have the match being made by Harlem if they want to continue.
Yeah, I think Brandel could have done a lot better on that, as Kenny gives it away, shot there, and goes, and it's a goal! And it's Odell Laville who's put Harlem back into the game there. And we can see the Southeast team, they are not happy with what just transpired there. A bit of a blunder there with a bad pass, which showed the goalkeeper short. That was Dante Challenger, and Odell Laville made no mistake there and hit that one past the goalkeeper, and it's 2-1.
Very good goal, very good clinical finish by Odell. But that was a give, Gavin. There was a mistake by the defender, and Odell was in a good position. Again, the Harlem attackers defend very well. So he was in a forward position, but in a defensive mindset, and was able to capitalize.
And
they need that kind of clinical attitude. They need that clinical approach. Southeast are not going to give them many chances, and they're not going to be able to create a lot as well. So they need to be clinical when they get their chances. And then you have Kenny coming away from 3 defenders, but unable to make the final pass.
Well, looking to find Joseph Prince. And it's a Lockhart now onto it, and it's taking a touch. It's going to go out for a corner kick. So Harlem gifted a goal, Jordan. They were really under the gun there from Southeast, and Coach Kieran Charles, while he's probably not too happy with what has transpired so far, I'm quite sure that he's happy that he's at least still in the game now, 2-1 here at Stock Farm.
You can see him very animated on the sidelines. He's trying to get some instructions in before the corner comes in. But here you have Jarvis Humphrey with the breakaway, Odell in support. What can he do? He tried to switch the play, but however, the ball was cut out. But he have him winning the ball back and winning a free kick.
Well, winning a free kick there.
Again, Gavin, even if the Harlem attackers do not always complete their passes, they don't give up on their passes. They always go back in a third and a second time. So it's very difficult to outplay them. So Southeast needs to be aware of that. They may be up by 2 goals, but the game is not over. Far from it.
Not over at all, and it's going to be Kasim Peltier stepping up for that free kick. It looks a pretty good distance out. Although Southeast still look to be setting up a 3-man wall, I think it'll take something very special to beat Dante Challenger from that sort of distance. But we know if anyone is capable of it, it's Kasim Peltier, who was a pretty powerful striker of the ball. Here he comes, and he takes a shot on goal and swirled a little bit, and but however it does straight onto Dante Challenger, who made no mess there. So here they come again, and Southeast looking to find just like that long ball. It's won by Harlem. It's with Don and Juvie. Ball on the far side. It's Brandel Richards.
It's very good defending being done there by Kenny John Baptist. Just giving Brandel enough space to control the ball, but not enough space to make the final move.
Well, there's Sidney Lockhart winning the ball back for Southeast.
And again, Gavin, we are seeing both wingers of both teams defending very well and supporting the attack and the defense very well. It's just a matter of which team is going to outlast the other.
Ball for Donna and Juvie. Plays across to the number 14.
Emmanuel.
Here they come again, and bit of an ambitious effort. Gone out for a goal kick.
Jaheim Maxine tried the spectacular. However, he did do very well to jump in and win that ball in the initial phase. So he tried. It was a wayward effort, but the effort was very good and should be applauded.
So just have a little stoppage in place, trying to get things back going here. It's going to be a goal kick for a Southeast. Scores 2-1. 2 goals from Josler Prince. And then we saw Ode Laville pulling one back for Southeast. And from the looks of it so far, looks like that early blitz from Southeast, they seem to have lost just a little bit of steam.
Well, Harlem are now being much more compact in the defensive areas. They are not allowing Southeast to have as much time on the ball. It's been a while since Kenny John Baptist has been allowed to get on the ball, and the difference is telling. But there you have a shot coming in. It's a very good effort, but however, it has gone wide and the ball will be restarted with a goals kick.
Yeah, that effort there from Troy Lewis, the number 15 there for Southeast. I think Elwin Jal will be quite happy with these kind of efforts, not really troubling him. But it's a given away, and now it's Sidney Lockhart, but he just couldn't get that one under control. And the ball played across onto the far side. It's Donan Jervey.
I think Donald is doing a good job in controlling the game right there. He just made a few very simple, easy passes which allowed the team to move forward. However, the ball is lost and has been won back with a throw into the Harlem United.
So just a reminder to the viewers, of course, this is Vibrant TV. You can catch us live on Facebook, also live on YouTube, live on Flow TV as well. And of course, just want to encourage you to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you'll always get the good news or always be on top of action whenever Vibrant TV goes live with football or any other sporting activity or any other activity, entertainment as well. Vibrant TV will be on top of it. And also the man of the match, remember, it's $300 up for grabs this afternoon, $200 from Vibrant TV and $100 from the Dominican Football Association. And that presentation will be made after the game. This is the DFA Premier League, the second match of the weekend. Last night we saw Dubla getting past Midland United 4-0. And tomorrow we'll be back here as well with another big game between Happy Buffet State. They're going to be in action against the LA Enterprise Bombers from Portsmouth. And then at Benjamin's Park, it's We United and Connect 767 East Central.
One of the many derby games that are beginning to formulate in the Dominica Premier League. I'm looking forward to that matchup as well. I think both teams will be out to secure some community pride. And
the ball given away there. Now looking to find Lewis there. And he's going to try his best to bring it in. And the goalkeeper, Elwin Jalwi, will collect. And Joseph Prince just stepping in front of him to sort of prevent that fast break or counter that Harlem would have had in mind. As if Ode Laville finds Donan Jervey. As if Jarvis Humphreys now. Humphreys playing back to Ode Laville. He's looking to play that ball into the box there. The flag goes up. It's going to be offside. Randall Richards there not timing that wrong.
But then I think you have a little bit of a confusion there, Gavin, between Odell and the coaching staff. I think they want him to stay forward. However, he has a natural inclination to drop back. You know, which is why personally I think he is better suited as a number 10. However, because that's just how he plays naturally. However, I think the
But giving away again, and it's Javid George on it, and the goalkeeper comes out. It's bounce off Javid George, and he's going to try his best. No, it's one back in the end there from number 14. That's doing Emmanuel, and George is down, and they're signaling to Harlem to put it out, and they've done so, and that'll give the referee Honoré a chance to assess the damage to George, and most likely will probably be signaling to the medics to bring some further attention.
I think there could have been an infringement given there. There was some very serious contact on that play. However, play has been allowed to continue, and the ball will be restarted with a throw-in. Play will be restarted with a throw-in.
What's happening? Because we do want to apologize in the event that any words that are not appropriate,
language,
that are coming through. We're kind of based with some of the supporters there. So we're not going to mention which team, but very vocal supporters there, and one or two words that we will not want to repeat may have come across. So we don't want to apologize for that.
And there you have Brandel being called offside again, and the players and Southeast have regained possession.
So it's a 2-1 to Surgical Southeast. I did say that there were going to be goals. We got 3 goals in the opening stages of this match. Things have kind of settled down a bit now. Harlem seems to have found themselves in the game. Southeast will just be picking their pieces, waiting for the right opportunity again. The ball has gone out. It's going to be another throw-in for Southeast. The referee just calling play back a bit, the play advance a bit. Too much with that ball, Jordan?
It seems that it's not a throw-in, but however, there was a handball.
Oh, a handball, okay.
So the ball has to be played on the ground. It's a direct free kick to the Surgical Southeast.
Well, so a chance to get that ball into the box. And here it comes, lovely floating one. It's from Justin Prince again. But Elvin Jalwi comes out and collects.
And the quick throw out to Brandel. And Harlem are allowed to break away from their own goal.
Well, he was looking to find Order Laville there.
Francis to Laville, the combination almost worked.
And Emmanuel with a good pass forward to Jarvis Humphries, who's muscled off, or I should say shouldered off that ball there. And he's now playing a long ball looking to find Javid George. And the referee spotted something. Actually, the flag's gone up on the far side, and it's offside. So it's going to be a free kick for Harlem.
Very good early call from the officials. Very good teamwork being shown. That kind of teamwork usually bodes well for the quality of the game.
So in the end, good pressure there from Joseph Prince, just forcing an error there out of the Harlem players. Gone for a throw-in.
Very intense defensive game, Gavin. Both teams are playing very well. I think none of the offensive players are being allowed to have a lot of time on the ball. Attackers, defenders, midfielders, you have the ball and it's pressure time.
So like you said, Jordan, Harlem, they've realized what they need to do, to contain the Southeast team that's more or less deny them time on the ball, deny them as there's a player down. Seems to be clutching his side as well.
That was a very hard fall, Gavin. He took a very big leap to get over Odell, and Odell decided that he was not. Oh boy! I think he got out of the way, so there was nothing to support the player while he was in the air, and he came tumbling down. Let's hope that he's okay. He's being checked by the medics, and hopefully he'll be okay soon.
Hopefully he should be okay. Although the officials just doing some housekeeping duty there.
And we have both teams just having a short break. You see the team having a huddle and coming together.
Well, there's also another player down for Harlem. Looks like Humphreys, and the medics also onto the field. Just examine him as well.
It seems that he lost more than the ball in that 50-50 challenge, Gavin.
So So we have a little lull in play as the
Both
players
teams
are also getting some water on the sidelines.
A very good opportunity for that, Gavin. And I think in games like these, intense games like these deserve a water break, because then the players get a chance to rest and then they can come back and play at a higher intensity. I think the intensity of the game has been good. However, the conditions are hot and a water break will allow these players to play the entire half.
Well, that was something
pace.
Introduced. We saw it in previous World Cups where they were held in very hot environments. But FIFA's brought it back following the COVID-19 pandemic after they realized that a number of players would not have been fully fit and whatnot. So, and given the conditions now at Stock Farm, I think it's really something that the players would welcome.
Yes, Gavin. Also, the number of substitutions is something that FIFA has done to ensure player safety. Player safety should and always be our primary focus. So these things are important because they keep the players safe.
All right, so we have a resumption of play. Ball back out. The injured player also making his way back onto the field as well.
It seems like Brandel and Order were trying to work the ball down the left wing together. However, they were unable to. And then you have a push in the back and a foul being signaled by referee Honorary.
So it's going to be a free kick for Promex Harlem United. They're trailing 2-1 here. It's a set piece, a good chance to get some players forward and put that Southeast defense under some pressure. Southeast, of course, will be quite disappointed in the manner in which they conceded that first goal to Harlem. Basically a gift.
And Gavin, they're very lucky that the game is not tied at 2-2 because there was a first gift given and Harlem was not able to capitalize.
Yes.
So hopefully Harlem will make the most of this opportunity and put an attempt on goal. And the ball comes in. However, Quentin Moyes is unable to put his final attempt on target.
And there seems to be another injury. Looks like a Southeast player could have been a bit of a coming together with Quentin Moyes during that attack there. So we're going to have another stoppage in play.
Quite a few stoppages, Gavin. We may have quite a bit of injury time at the time being played at the end of the first half. Quite a few players have been injured during the first half.
Players getting the odd knocks. Some cases getting the wind knocked out of them. Looks like what is it? Juster? No, it's not Juster. But Southeast will be resuming with 10 men for the time being, as the injured player on the far side gets some attention.
I think Gavin, Southeast the long ball is a very important part of their game. However, they are skipping Kenny John Baptist in their flow of play, and again, since he has not been involved in play, they have been less of a force in the game.
And that's interesting to see why Southeast will move away from something that was working for them. But there's a ball in the box now, and Joseph Prince is trying to turn it there. It appeals for handball, not given. And ball played back into the Harlem half. Look at the late off for Sydney. And Sydney was trying to get out across the face of goal, but a bit too close to Elwin Jalwi. It was a set Harlem on their way. Looking to find Order Laville, but Dante Challenger will come and collect.
Very good young goalkeeper, Challenger. I've seen him a few times and he has surprised me. He has been very confident. He has done very well, and even today he has even made a good save during the course of this game. So I think he's a very good young player, one to look for the future definitely. However, we have a foul here in the midfield area, and Harlem will be awarded with a direct free kick.
Well, again, another infringement. Ball with Emmanuel. Emmanuel has Humphreys in support. He chooses to find, he is looking for Idoni, is it, number 4? But that pass a bit too much on it. It's gone out for a goal kick.
There's a way you have to strike that ball, Gavin. It's a very delicate technique. However, number 14, Derwin Emmanuel, wasn't able to find it. And then you have a very nice 1-2 being played between brothers Lockhart. However, the ball to Javid is missed.
Kenny John Baptist was trying to find Javid again.
So it seems that his earlier magic has faded a bit.
But here they come, Southeast. Harlem just sitting back just a little bit.
I think they have realized, Gavin, that you cannot come too far forward. You can't press the Southeast team too high. Because if they get that space and they're allowed to turn on you, then it's going to be a very difficult encounter. And then you have Brandel basically throwing the defender to the ground, Gavin, but unable to find that final ball. I think he should have shot. A shot and goal would have been the excellent way to cap that play off.
Well, it looks like the Southeast defender there probably didn't have some fig and dashing and yam and stuff for lunch. Maybe some fast food, the way that he fell to the ground there so easily, Jordan.
He's not himself. He's probably hungry, Gavin. You're not yourself when you're hungry. And the play has been stopped to get him some attention. That was some very forceful play. But Gavin, I think that is why I may be a little bit biased. I am a very proud Nature Boy supporter. And I think Brandel is a player who definitely deserves a shout to get to the national team eventually. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but in the next few years, he has that physical ability and that willingness to engage on the offensive end. It's not very often that you find an attacker who plays defense that well. He does a very good job on the defensive end. I think he deserves a shot. But he needs to work on that final ball. This final ball has not been good enough in the early parts of the season.
But it's let him down so far.
From complex 2-0 in favor of the defending champion. 2-1.
So we'll see what happens as play continues. There's another stoppage for an injury. Scores 2-1 in favor of Surgical Southeast.
I think that would be about 2 minutes of injury time, Gavin, by my watch.
Right, well, could be a little more, but let's see what referee honorary decides to give. And looks like the game will be restarted if a drop ball. And Elwin Jalwi will throw it out to Emmanuel.
Brandel has now switched and come to the other side, and the ball is played into Donan. Could not find that Donny, but that was a lovely attempt.
There's Lockhart now.
Trying to find
Troy Lewis, but that play broken up as well.
Very good play by defender Maxine.
And Odell Francis there with a pass a bit off the mark. It's gone out for another throw-in for the Surgical Southeast team. Of course, a bright and sunny Saturday afternoon here at the Stock Farm Complex. And it's a bit of a scramble there, hot potato one would say. Odelaville with the touch, and he's on it. Can he work something out? He's trying to make some space, but they're not giving him much. He's done quite well. He's still with it. He's looking to find Brandel Richards there, but Southeast will get this and they'll look to push forward.
However, the Harlem are still in possession. They're not allowing Southeast to break away.
So here comes Harlem again. So Donan Juvie, interception there by Kenny John Baptist, who finds Joseph Prince. Joseph Prince will look to lay it off for Lockhart. Lockhart there, but that pass was just a little bit off the mark. Good look from Quentin Moses. Here comes Brandel Richards now looking to run at the defender there. So cut back in. Doesn't have much options. He has to bring the ball back. It's Emmanuel now. Here comes Emmanuel looking to play that ball across. And Southeast will clear their lines.
We continue to observe the health protocol.
Here comes Harlem again with Moise.
6 feet, 3 feet.
It's found Duane Emmanuel.
Not seeing any
Ball
mass.
being played into the box, and the defender able to step up there to get his head to it. And there's a coming together of feet, and Harlem, they've gotten a free kick there in a very promising position, Jordan.
I think that's a very good call by referee Honoré. The Southeast defender was a bit out of control, and he basically tackled the Harlem defender.
Game time 3 p.m. That's a Wednesday.
All right, so we're just getting some confirmation there from the Master of Ceremonies, Gerald George. The 2nd of June, you have to circle that date on your calendar. The 2nd of June, Dominica versus Anguilla as the World Cup qualifiers continue, and that game is going to be played at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. And we'll find out from the DFA regarding the protocols as to whether fans will be allowed and whatnot. From the looks of it, I don't have the official confirmation yet, but I would want to assume so, given the COVID-19 situation in Dominica, and given what transpired in the Dominican Republic, where we had our spectators there. But we'll get back to that in a while. It's a free kick for Harlem, and we have Ode Laville, who will take that free kick. Goal! What a goal there from Ode Laville! And it's a 2-2 now at the Stock Farm Complex. Ode Laville with a strike there, and the Wonder Kid continues to do it here in Dominica's football.
Very
good goal, Gavin.
From a free kick. The score's locked at 2-2.
Well, something Harlem would definitely be happy of the two teams now. Jordan, after being blitzed by Southeast in the opening minutes, Harlem, they weathered the storm and they found themselves back into the game, and we had level peggings here at the Stock Farm playing field. It's anybody's game right now.
The thing is, Gavin, Harlem is a team that defends very well. They pressure the ball, they work as a team, and even if they were blitzed early, they never stopped working together, and they got a foothold in the game, prevented Southeast from building, and have slowly been building themselves. And I think 2-0 is a very fair scoreline for the game that we've seen so far.
2-0, yes. Southeast will 2-2, sorry, 2-2. Southeast will not be happy at all with the way things have proceeded, how things have changed, the tides have changed, and well, we're going to be setting up for what could be an interesting second half. Or maybe Javid George might have something to say about that. Here comes the ball, looking to find Joseph Prince, gets a header onto it, but Elwin Jalwi well positioned for that one, and makes the save.
I think Quentin did enough to keep him off balance. And here we have the long ball being played over to Brandon Richards, and he wins and he gains control of the ball. Can he find the ball?
Here comes Harlem again, is given away, but Ode Laville, enough can't be said about him, but there's a ball looking to find Javid George. Elwin Jalwi came forward and got a jumping header onto that, and he had to, because definitely that would have set Javid George there onto an empty goal. But
I think another player should have come with him. I think whenever a player leads the press, the team has to follow. I don't think Southeast have done a very good job of pressing as a team. Harlem has done a much better job of pressing as a unit, and as you can see, they have won a lot more balls in the midfield area and have been able to keep their opponents at bay.
Well, Ode Laville really making a name for himself. But here comes Southeast again after winning the ball on the turnover. It's laid off for Joseph Prince. Can he make it a hat-trick? He made some space. It's Joseph Prince with the third goal, and it's Southeast now. A 3-2 in front, and Joseph Prince, what a strike that was there. And he's given Southeast the lead, and we can see the celebration there from the Southeast players.
The goal for Southeast
and Gavin.
A hat-trick for Joseph Prince.
And Gavin, is not just a hat-trick. It is a perfect hat-trick. The first goal was scored with the right foot, the second goal with the head, and that goal was scored with a lovely left foot strike. And the scoreline is now 3-2.
We are in the 14th.
And Joseph Prince and Ode Laville really putting on a show for us here at the Stock Farm playing field. Jordan, we said at the start of the game that we were going to get goals. Well, we've gotten 5 goals in the first 45 minutes, and I'm sure that the neutral fans at home, they're having a ball of a time. 5 goals. You know, the supporters for the other teams, you know, they're probably having some nervy moments. You know, it is when your team goes in front and then they concede and then the other team goes in front. But for the neutral fans, quite happy with what's going on.
This is excellent. I think, Gavin, it's just a matter of who can keep their head in a game like this. Both teams are proving very clinical with their chances. They are not creating many chances because the defense has been very good in this game. However, they are taking the chances and the scoreline reflects that.
Well, as I said, Joseph Prince with the hat trick, and Joseph Prince, the reigning Footballer of the Year for 2020, the Dominican Football Association's Footballer of the Year, and he's putting on a show for us here at the Stock Farm complex. Like you said, Jordan, a perfect hat trick. And the first half of play as well. So who knows what can happen or what will happen in the second half. He's probably looking to add another as that ball is going to go out. Will it be for a corner kick? Yes, it will be a corner kick.
Very good defending by Odell Francis, not allowing Sidney Lockhart to get onto that long ball.
So 5 goals in the first half, 5 brilliant finishes from both teams. We saw 3 from Joseph Prince, 2 from Odell Laville. And can we see a 6th goal in this encounter? Here comes another free kick. Could be trouble. Up go heads. The ball just cleared there. It's gone on to the far side. And it's one back. No, actually, no, it's gone out of play. And looks like the Southeast player just ran out of some real estate on the far side.
Saying good afternoon to the Happy Buffet State family. How are you? You all are doing well. And that ball has to be retaken because apparently from an incorrect area. So a very good game, Gavin, a very good half. I have enjoyed this game thoroughly. I think both teams have done very well. The intensity of play has been higher than the average game you would find in the Premier League so far. And here you have Brandon getting around his defender. However, the foul is giving away in the end.
The referee is spotting an infringement there, is giving a free kick for Harlem. So Harlem, after being 2 down, they worked themselves back into the game. They found themselves back down again, although Coach Kieran Charles will not be too disappointed, seeing that he came back from 2 goals down. But nonetheless, he has some work to do in the second half.
Gavin, somebody has to gain a control in the game. I think both teams have defended well. Both teams have finished well. Both teams have been able to transition the ball well in the midfield. However, no one has been able to hold on to the ball for a significant period of time and keep the other team under pressure. Harlem may need to do that if they want to come out victors.
Well, here's Harlem again, and it's Javi George running at Kasim Pelty. But he's running out of options. No, he's gotten some support on the far side. And signaling looks like it's going to fall. Will it punched by the goalkeeper? Joseph Prince with the acrobatics. And looks like Harlem will survive there. But Joseph Prince is down. He's down and it doesn't look good. He's clutching onto his side. He attempted an acrobatic there and he fell awkwardly. And Joseph Prince is down, and that's definitely not good news for the Southeast team.
Very risky play there attempted by Jostler. It almost paid off for his team, but he seems to have paid a heavy price for that maneuver.
Well, here comes the medic onto the field. Joseph Prince, you can see he's in all sorts of pain, a lot of discomfort at this time. And I think maybe the only positive that the Southeast team can take from this current situation is that we're approaching the halftime whistle. So they probably may not need to make a immediate substitution. They would have some time to address Joseph Prince during the halftime break and see what sort of decision will probably need to be made from there. But he looks to be up on his feet now. Can still see him clutching onto his side.
Seems to be his lower back, Gavin. A very tender area when you land awkwardly.
And seems to be running it off as well. So looks like he will play a role in this game at some point.
We are into injury added time, Gavin, and we can expect the halftime within the next few minutes.
So the infringement is going to be a free kick for Southeast. Quite an entertaining first half we've had. 5 goals, a hat trick for Joseph Prince, 2 goals, 2 wonder goals from Oder Laville, who's really making a name for himself as a player who delivers on the big stage. We know of his prowess at the national level and really living up to it here this afternoon. So the ball now with Emmanuel. Emmanuel looking to find Oder Laville. And Oder Laville will have to play back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel looking for options.
And tries to find Brandel, however that ball is a bit too wide. And
it's gone out. It's going to be a throw-in. So we're at the mercy of official honorary now. As there's no signboard to give an indication as to how much stoppage time. I haven't seen him glance at his watch, but from the looks of it, maybe we could be seeing the halftime whistle anytime from now. As a matter of fact, he's just had a quick glance at his watch. Let's see what happens. And that's it. The halftime whistle. The scores at halftime: Surgical Southeast 3, Promex Harlem United 2, a hat trick for Joseph Prince, 2 goals from Oder Laville. And quick words from you, Jordan, before we take the halftime break.
I think the game has been very well played. I think both teams have done very well. I'm very satisfied. I think my excitement has been satisfied. It has been a very good game, and hopefully we'll be entertained to more goals in the second half. I think Harlem has defended well. However, they have not been clinical enough, and Southeast has shown that if you give them chances, they will hurt you. And I think the game is evenly poised, and Gavin, I look forward to the second half.
Well, we'll find out what happens in the next 15 minutes. But if the first half was a teaser as to what we can expect, maybe some more goals in the second half. So that's the position from the Stock Farm playing field. 3-2 in favor of Surgical Southeast, and we'll be right back in 15 minutes time. Right, welcome back here to the Stock Farm playing field. Second half action about to get underway between Surgical Southeast and Promex Harlem United. The score's 3-2 as we head into the second half. As I say, good afternoon once again to Jordan Luke.
And once again, good afternoon to you, Gavin, and to all our followers and listeners out there in Media Land. And don't forget, if you are on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also to share the video and turn on the notification bell. And we are on the way with a long ball from Kasim. However, that ball will form harmlessly out of play.
Well, was Kasim trying to pass that ball to you? Jordan came very close to you.
It did. It was very accurate if it was to me. However, I am not in play.
All right, so a brief summary of the game in case you're just joining us. We'll get back to that in a little while. It's a ball looking to find Order Laville.
And he makes a lovely layoff to Brandon Richards, who crosses the ball too close to the goalkeeper, who is able to collect. In the first half, we had a perfect hat-trick by Jocelyn Prince, and we had two very nice goals taken by Order Laville for Promex Harlem United. And that is what separates these two teams.
Yes, as you quite rightly said, Jordan. Remember, the game started off with Southeast with a blitz on Harlem. They caught Harlem sleeping. They jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. Then we saw Harlem benefiting from an error there in the defense, which led to Order Laville converting a goal. And then they got a free kick. Order Laville put in one that will probably be on the Sports Center top 10 tomorrow morning. And he made it 2-2 at that point. But then Joseph Prince found the answer just in front of the halftime break. And his goal, the hat-trick, the difference between the two teams so far. As here he comes again, and he's going to find Troy, but there's going to be an infringement there. It's going to be a free kick for Harlem. And a player down as one time.
Foul on Derwin Emmanuel, who was the recovering defender, who came in very bravely to win that ball and prevent another attempt on Jean-Louis' goal.
And an opportunity there for the medic to quickly come onto the field. The physiotherapist, Susan Kelshall, the lady in charge for Harlem this afternoon. And she's been very active so far this afternoon. She's had to respond.
Quite a few injuries, Gavin.
Yes.
Quite a few players going down in the first half. We actually had about 2 minutes of injury time being played. However, the player has gone off and play is ready to restart.
Well, Jordan, of course, we have listeners both here and abroad, viewers, I should say, tuned in. I want to say good afternoon to Coach Rajesh Lachu, the men's national coach, who's viewing the game all the way in Dubla. There's some kiddies football activity going on in Dubla, and the coach spotting there. I want to say good afternoon to him. Of course,
I think of all the communities coach has taken a
get back to that because we have Brandel, who's almost got onto that one there, Jordan.
Almost, but very good defending by Malian, which did not give him a direct route to goal. And here you have Javi George winning a foul on goal. As I was saying, Gavin, I think Dubla is a community that coach has taken to the most. You normally hear stories of him being their coach. How are you? Good afternoon. Hope you are enjoying the game.
And Jordan, of course, the work starting again for Coach Lachu and the men's national team as they're going to continue with preparations for the World Cup qualifiers this week.
I think having games like this also do a very good job for the players' preparation. The players are allowed to when they get the opportunity to play in high intensity games like this. This is closer match to an international match. You have a number of national players on the field. Maybe the quality and technical quality is not there. However, the intensity and physicality of play definitely is. You have seen that in a number of players who have had to go down, and in the intensity of the defending from both teams. Southeast started off the game very well. However, Harlem showed very good resolve to come back.
And a corner kick for Southeast. Chance to double their lead. Poor kick there, but almost found its way through. It's gone out for another corner kick.
But it should be important to note that Harlem needs the next goal. If Southeast is allowed to double their lead, as you said, Gavin, then the mountain is just going to keep getting that much taller for Harlem to climb.
Well, Jordan, of course, they would back themselves, the Harlem team. They did it earlier. Here comes another corner kick, looking to find, looks like Joseph Prince on the far post.
He wasn't able to find the final ball, however, he did make a very good attempt. And there you have number 14.
Looks like we have some substitutions taking place.
Number 14 is Yannick George. And number 7, Rai Phillip.
So 2 changes. You can see as Lewis is one of the players making his way off. And can't make out the other player on the far side. Very interesting move from Coach Gavaska Charles. Substitution very early in the second half. There is Kenny John Baptist again, with one of these fastest forward. It's Joseph Prince. Plays a good ball for Sidney Lockhart, but the defender is able to get a touch onto that and put it into the path of the goalkeeper, Elvin Jalwi.
He made a few bobbles, but he was not challenged aggressively enough and was able to escape with his confidence intact.
Another ball there. He's done well to keep it in play. That's well, it's just as soon as I was giving the player some praise, an unforced error, and his ball given away.
Very disappointing from Don and Javier. You would expect better from a player of his quality. And here you have one of the substitute players, number 6, on the ball.
Yeah, number 6, Ted George. So Coach Gavaska Charles just shaking things up a bit. And the ball now with Javid George. Finds Sidney Lockhart. Looking to find his brother on the far side there, Kohan Lockhart, but
unable to find him with that final pass.
Ball given away there. Oh, they're looking to turn, but the defense was up to the challenge there. Played forward now to Javid, who does well to stay on his feet, but the referee is going to give him the free kick. And it's a free kick.
Fall on Kasim Peltier.
And it's a free kick in a position very similar to where Order Laville scored that won the strike in the first half. So you know that the Southeast team, they possess of a number of guys capable of hitting it from that distance. There's Joseph Prince, there's Sidney Lockhart, also Javid George.
Gavin, I feel like during the game so far, I've had this feeling, is that anything you can do, I can do better. And that is what Odell has been saying to Josler and vice versa. So here is an opportunity for someone else to add their name to that party.
Well, from the looks of it looks like George and Sidney Lockhart, the ones over it. And the referee just setting the wall, or given the distance where the wall should be. Referee Ordinary always on top of things. It's going to be a challenge here for Southeast. And it's George with the strike just over the crossbar there. It had the goalkeeper in all sorts of trouble there. It looked Jordan.
Very good attempt. Very good attempt. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think that deserved the 8. However, it was not on target, and
coming together there, Joseph Prince with a late challenge there
on Donan
Juve. And Donan seems to be in a lot of discomfort. The referee is just walking over, having a look before he signals to the medic. Joseph Prince just also consoling there with Donan Juve.
It doesn't seem to be anything too serious, Gavin. Sometimes you get a knock and you just need some time to walk it off. Hopefully he will.
Well, in the end, some good sportsmanship there from Joseph Prince, and Donan Juve looks like he'll be able to shake things off.
And he's not forced to go off because the medic was not called on to assist him. So he's allowed to continue playing without having to
a lot of ball being played forward. They're looking to find Jahim Maxim, is it number 2?
Jahim Maxim. However,
the flag is up on the far side, so offside there. Late flag, or I should say maybe spotted late by the official, but it's offside on Maxim. So free kick for Southeast.
Nice ball attempted there. A little too tall for Odell, which is the issue when you play Odell as a striker. He is not very tall. Yes, he may be able to get a good jump if the ball comes in, but on those quick deliveries into the box, he's not able to get that height to put the defense under any real trouble.
Push there from Kowan Lockhart. And it's going to be a free kick for Harlem. And yes, Jordan, as you're alluding to, De La Ville, that's one aspect of his game, as the referees are signaling to the medics. So that's one aspect of his game that that you need to work on, his hold-up play ability. And well, he's a bit on the short side in terms of his stature, but he's a young boy. He's still growing, so the sky is still the limit for him.
Definitely, I think, and again, it should be noted that he is basically playing as a false 9, being forced to play as a striker. In an ideal formation, I think Odell should be played behind the striker as a support, but a number 10 where he's able to go into midfield and support and go forward, which is that is how he normally plays. He's good enough to get goals, he's good enough to win back possession, but he needs that freedom in the game to truly express himself. He's doing a job for his team, he's doing a very good job, but as you said, he does need to make some
Kasim with the ball into the box there.
Very attacking ball.
Good header in the end, and Lockhart looking to push forward, but it's good work in the end there from Jahim Maxim to win it back. He's gone down, the referee signaling advantage. Donan Jove with the ball and almost found Jarvis Humphreys there.
He was able to make the initial touch, however, the defense was right on cue to clear that ball away.
And player down there looks like Maxim. He was brought down in the build-up to that play.
I think there you have a few of the players asking referee Honoré why didn't he call the foul. However, he's saying that he allowed advantage to be played, and I think he made a very good advantage because there was almost a chance on goal.
Almost.
Very good chance. I think the player was not able to keep the ball close enough, and in that little bit of space he gave the defense, they were able to clear away the ball.
So once again, the physiotherapist for Harlem, Susan Kelshaw, with some work to do.
Very busy lady.
Very busy lady.
Sometimes when you have naughty boys, Gavin, that's what happens. When you have boys who love playing in the yard. And her boys are definitely in the yard and it's rough.
Well, so Joseph Prince is putting a player there under some pressure.
Very good pressure leading from the front.
And the ball now, Joseph Prince lays it off. Kenny John Baptist with that pass forward. And
I think there you have a coming together between teammates. And there you have Odell and Malian in a very tightly contested battle, which results in, is this Harlem? Harlem coming away with the ball. However, that attempted through ball by Donan was not strong enough.
And the player caught, but nothing given by the official. And it's Harlem now with a chance to push forward. And
they have play by Odell.
They have Southeast on the back foot, just looking to find Odell Laville, but couldn't get enough curve on that ball into the box to get past the first defender. The angle was just a bit against him. And another long ball looking to find Javid George, and he's gotten onto it. He has support from Justin Prince. He gets a shot, then he hits off the crossbar. That would have been the beaver trick there for Justin Prince. For a moment there, it looked like it was going in, beating the goalkeeper, but he was saved by the woodwork.
Very good play again and again. The play was started from Kenny John Baptist, waved the ball out to Javi George. He has that ability to make those key passes for the Southeast team that puts his teammates in position to create assists for the strikers. He has done this over and over since joining them, and I think this is a very important strategy for the team.
Well, here comes a corner kick and punch there by the goalkeeper, Jalwi. Kenny John Baptist wins it back, sends his one, takes a deflection, and it's still in play. And here it comes again, and that one.
Very good defending done there by Jarvis Humphreys, and very good composed defending from the Southeast team. However, I think this is the same defender who gave away that gift to order for the first goal.
Well, we saw a player making an attempt for the ball, missed everything. Well, it's with Lockhart, and he's looking to try to get some space, and he does so, and Lockhart did some good work, and now he has options, he has time, sets it off, and that one miscued by George, and Harlem have dodged a bullet there.
Very good work there, Gavin. He made a very good attempt and very good play to get in that position to cross that ball. There you have a foul being given away by Kenny John Baptist on Don Jave. But back to the play, that was very good attacking play by Conan Lockhart. Very good job.
Well, here comes Southeast. Well, that was an attack from Harlem, broken up. It's now with Southeast. And there seems to be something there. Referee spotted there's an injured player down, actually. Looks like number 15. I think number 15 was substituted. Just have to verify the numbers there.
I think it was Rai Phillip, number 7, who was substituted. So
okay.
Number 15 is actually Troy Lewis.
Yes. So Troy Lewis, yes, injured there. And I want to say good afternoon to Dwayne Francis, former national player, who is here supporting the Harlem team. Dwayne's having a very good time here at the Stock Farm playing field, always supporting the Harlem crowd. So the score is 3-2 in favor of Surgical Southeast. A hat trick for Jocelyn Prince. He almost made it 4 a short while ago. His latest attempt hit the crossbars. The player's being carried off the field, so it doesn't look like he will be able to continue. It looks like quite serious knock there for Troy Lewis. And I think maybe his afternoon could be over.
And the substitution has already been made, Gavin. And we have, can you see the number? When he turns around, number 17 it looks like. Number 17 seems to be
Deshaun James. So here comes another ball into the box. Looking to find Odell Laville. Gets onto it. It's with Jarvis Humphreys, but the angle was always against him. And he sent that one onto the main road here in Stock Farm.
And the field goal is good, Gavin. Very good attempt from a close position.
Get a water for me up there now, please. Thanks. So let's take a stoppage in play there as we wait the ball to come back onto the field. But it's 3-2 to the Surgical Southeast. Goal kick taken, ball on the far side. It's one back by Harlem for the time being. Player that's struggling a bit to get it under control.
And just a quick good afternoon, Gavin, to our viewers from the Roseau Valley. My Mont Pros people, how are you?
Well, that one was almost a bit troublesome there. Deflection and almost put back into his own goal, but he's gone out for a corner kick.
Some more authoritative goalkeeping could have been seen there from a young challenger. However, these opportunities, he should take them as learning opportunities and grow from them.
So Harlem with a chance to get that equalizer for corner kick in the end, struggling to get past the first defender. It gives Javid George an opportunity to run, and he has one defender to get by. It's a Kasim Pelte. What will Jarvis do? Puts on the afterburners, gets past Kasim, and Jarvis Humphries, Jarvis George with the shot up there, crossbar, goes, and Humphries denied again by the Woodworks. But what good work that was from Javid George.
And it may have been a lucky thing, Gavin, that he did not go down from the challenge from Kasim Pelte. That could have been seen as a last man challenge, which is normally red cards are normally given for those type of infringements, Gavin. So in the end, maybe it worked out in the best for Promex Harlem United. No goal was conceded, and they still have their full complement of players.
But that was a brilliant piece of counter-attacking football and individual skill there from Javid George, and I'm sure Coach Latchu would have been watching that and been very happy with the way that Javid was able to break past and get past the defenders. But here comes a Southeast again. It's with Sidney Lockhart, another national player, using his pace, getting past the defender there. Plays that ball, looks to find the wall. That would have been a strike there had he gotten anything onto it. And it's gone out for a throw in there. But Harlem with on the back foot right now, Jordan.
And the Southeast has seemed to, those substitutions have seemed to give them a foothold in the game, Gavin. And it seems that they have been able to apply that early pressure that we have not seen a lot of since the 20th minute. It seems like it's returned, Gavin.
And it's Harlem now, and not much support there.
Not enough, Gavin. There was only one person who had made the effort and made the run to get into the box. I think the Harlem team is very tired now. They have had a lot of defending to get through.
But they're making some substitutions on the far side. Is it number 4 coming off?
Idoni
That's Idoni Samuel. And they're coming on to be number 19. Number 19.
Coyote. Coyote Mafia.
Double check there. Number 19 is in fact a Tyreek John Baptist.
Okay, Tyreek.
And there's also another substitution being made. We'll have to wait to see the signal there from the official. Competing with the Sun. What number do you see? 13, is it?
Well, I don't think they have a number 13, so it has to be number 18, Brandel.
And on comes that far side there. I think I'll probably have to pay a visit to Dr. Ricketts in the week there to have my eyesight double check, because numbers appear very small. They couldn't even see who was.
Well, Gavin, it seemed that number 13, Jefferson Toussaint, has been subbed on, and number 11, Jarvis Humphries, has gone off. Apparently, our fourth official had the numbers. So green was in, green was out, and red was in.
Also, he had his numbers mixed up.
So he had us a bit confused.
Okay, I think I'll cancel that appointment to Dr. Ricketts then. But here comes the Southeast, and that pass there intercepted by. It's almost given away. And as a matter of fact, it is given away. And a good turn there away from danger. Odell Lavilas breathing down his back.
And that was a very ambitious pass to no one. There was not a Southeast player in that area. And Harlem are on the counter.
There they come. And it's gone out for a throw-in. It's a throw-in for Harlem.
And then you have number 13, Toussaint, winning a throw-in for his team.
Okay, so we also have a Jefferson Toussaint in, and that's our number 13. Also number 19 is in, that's Tyreek John Baptist. So Jarvis Humphries is out, and Odell Francis.
Idoni Samuel.
Idoni Samuel, sorry.
Idoni Samuel is
the
player to have been substituted. And there we have the Harlem United conceding another corner kick. Winning another corner kick, sorry.
Well, Harlem, they really need to take advantage of these set pieces, Jordan.
Southeast has made the most of their opportunities, and Harlem definitely needs to make the most of theirs. Again, we said this in the opening of the game, that the clinical nature.
Laville, can he get some space? No, he's giving it away. And now it's setting Jarvis again, or Javid I should say, on another foot race, and Javid has tons of space now, whips the ball across there. I think maybe that pass was a bit too early. It's going to ask a lot of Sidney Lockhart to keep it into play, and he's unable to do so. and he's gone out for a goal kick there. Maybe Javid George could have just
held on to the ball
for a little longer.
Yes, Gavin. I think, again, the clinical play of either team, you have to take your chances when you get them. If you don't take your chances, you're not going to score. We have very good, the level of our goalkeepers is very good. Every team has a quality keeper who will make a few good saves during a match, and teams need to finish their chances. That's the only way you are going to ensure you finish at a high spot in the table.
Well, Jordan, we can see the impact that the national players are having on their respective teams. We'll get back to that in just a little bit. As Kerry John Baptist, Lockhart plays that one out into touch. It'll be a throw-in. But we can see the difference in the fitness levels with the players on the national team as opposed to those who are just representing their clubs. And we saw a burst of pace there from Javid George. We saw one earlier from Sidney Lockhart. Order Laville has looked very sharp as the ball coming into the box. It won't trouble Dante Challenger. And he will look to set Southeast on their way. Takes that long clearance, looking to find Javid George.
Gavin, it should be noted that Jarvis Humphrey, while he has had a good game, was not able to complete the game at the intensity that it's been played. You know, so again, as you're saying, that the national players are the ones who are able to play the game at that level.
There's Order Laville, and can he work some magic? Looks to cut back, struggling, is brought down by Malian Phillip.
It seems like Odell may have bought that free kick with some very intelligent strikers play.
Well, he's learning from, as the referee is giving the signal in the free kick, so there'll be a free kick for Harlem. So he's learning. Remember, Odell Laville, the understudy for Julian Wade on the national team. And we know Julian Wade is the master at winning these sort of free kicks. And Odell Laville getting that one there, so it's an opportunity for Harlem again. Kasim Peltier will be over it, the free kick specialist for Harlem.
From my angle, Gavin, I would go near post.
And there he comes, looking for the far post there. What exactly do you think Kasim was trying to do there, Jordan?
There was a space available at the far post. However, the defense was more concentrated in that area. Going on the near post would have given someone the opportunity to run onto the ball and maybe flick it into the goal. However, he went for the obvious opportunity and his ball was not good enough.
All right, so just a quick reminder. Remember, we have the Man of the Match award to be handed out at the end of the game. Compliments of Vibrant TV and the Dominica Football Association. It's $300 up for grabs this afternoon. And, well, from the looks of things so far, I think it's going to be quite obvious this afternoon if things remain the same. Jordan, we have two main contenders. We have Joseph Prince, who has a hat-trick, first half hat-trick, and also Odell Laville, one of the contenders as well.
I think Gavin
Kenny John Baptist
has been a very influential player. He has played a key role in all of the goals that Southeast has scored. Well, 2 of the 3 goals. He did not get the assist. However, he did make the key pass that led to the assist. So I think his contribution should not be denied as well.
And also Javid George, who's had a very good game as well. Not on his score sheet, but he did have a couple assists.
And has worked tirelessly for the team.
Yes,
has made quite a few breakaways, allowing the team to transition from their penalty area to the other and giving his defenders a time to relax, also forcing the Harlem team to travel the distance of the field. These things are important. They count. The yards you travel in a game are important. And Javid showing that as a national forward, he can do the complete job for his team.
Well, it's a free kick now for Promex Harlem United. Yet again, another set piece. Here they come.
A ball placed in the attacking area.
It was met by Maxime. There was a bit of a nudge in the back, but not given by the official. And it's going to be a goal kick.
I think that ball was in a good area between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. Just a little bit too weak, I think. When by the time the ball had gotten to the player, there was not a lot of power on that ball to do much of anything. So we have the ball going out for a goal kick.
So 3-2.
Gavin, I think while the game has taken a bit of a dip, it is a good opportunity to say a special thank you to the technical director of the Dominica Football Association. He's someone who does not get a lot of recognition, or people may not even recognize. However, there has been a lot of technical work done with the coaches and with the national staff to improve the level of play in football. And the quality of the game that we have seen here so far is testament to that. The game has had different natures, so to speak. It was very attacking in the early 20 minutes. Then for half an hour it got very defensive. It opened up again, and then it has gotten very cagey again. So Gavin, I think the work that is being done by all parties involved, the fruits are being shown, and we just want to say good job to everyone and hope that the good work continues.
Odell Laville was caught there but not spotted by the official.
The ball given away by and what can Brandel create? A player who normally just seems to drift and glide on the ball, but
there's a Maxim, and player goes down, and referee will say no on that. But Jordan, the way this game has been playing, you know, the Southeast team very dominant so far. They've had the bulk of chances. They're leading on the score sheet, but Harlem are still right there. So the game is not out of the balance, one would say, as Odelaville takes a shot there. And almost found at number 19. That's a Tyreek John Baptist. Almost got a toe poke onto that.
And then you have number 20, Kenny John Baptist, being signaled. However, I don't think he sees that his number has been called. However, he has seen that now and is making his way off the field. And we have number 12 replacing him. Number 12 is
DKL Aaron Prince. So Aaron Prince. So Gavaska Charles just making a change in the midfield there.
However, it seems that there's been a changes being made to the substitution, as John Baptist has stopped walking to the sidelines and is now...
Because actually there's a player down, and looks a bit serious, as we can also see Harlem players around. The Southeast player was down. So that sort of gives you a signal as to how bad it could be. So maybe the substitution possibly put on hold just to make sure that you know, the player can continue.
Player safety, number one priority is always the player. It is a player-centered sport. The Dominica Football Association, we have been taught a player-centered approach. So again, it's always good to see that players are cleared before they return to play.
Okay, so the player down, number 6. That's Ted George, who incidentally who just came on as a substitute early on in the half. Seems to be okay and is walking off the field. So let's see what substitutions now the Southeast team will make.
I also see number 14, Derwin Emmanuel, going to the sidelines, and it seems that he has been substituted.
Okay, so number 19 is out, number 13 is in. So that's a Koan Lockhart out and Adriel Lawrence in. That's for Southeast. Although normally, Jordan, you tend to not want to make any defensive substitutions while defending a corner kick.
And Adam Philogen has come on for Odell Francis.
That's an interesting substitution. No, Odell Francis.
Odell Francis.
But they said Odell Laville.
No. They have Odell Francis and Odell Laville.
Here comes Fixway and Odell Laville. Got onto the end of that there, but it was a team effort.
And there you have young Philogen attempting to play the ball out. However, he was unable to find a teammate. So Philogen seems like the obvious warm-up to replace Odell Francis. They have a similar style. A player who plays at number 6 role tends to have a particular style. You can normally pick them out in a group, you know.
There's an infringement there on Adam Philogen, who's
seems a bit harsh there. The ball seemed to be within playing distance, so the charge seemed well within fair play, I would say. It was a fair move. However, that was not the case in the opinion of referee Honoré.
As the sun sets to the west into the Caribbean Sea, and comes a free kick there, is met by Adam Philogen. Southeast will be looking to play it back. And that should be a foul. Yes, it is.
And it does seem that Kenny John Baptiste, the substitution was changed, and Kenny was not substituted. An injured player, number 6, Troy Lewis. Not Troy Lewis.
Ted George.
Ted George was substituted instead. It's very unfortunate to get substituted after you were a substitute player in a game.
So we're into the final 10 minutes, Jordan. 10 minutes and stoppage time for Harlem to get that equalizer. The Southeast will be looking to put that game to bed.
Very good defensive header by Jaheim Maxim, and Brandel is trying to create an opportunity for his team.
Good defensive work there, and the player looking to push forward, looking to find George, but that was just a little bit too heavy.
Excellent sweeper keeping by Jean-Louis. I think it should be noted that he was in a very good position to stop that play.
There's George again.
Very good hold-up play, forcing the team to close him down and now allowing them. This affects the way the team plays. You know, this is how you win a game. This is how you close a game out. Game management, very important if you are going to win trophies.
However, Laville is running at, but good work there in the end from number 5, who will clear the ball. Number 5, of course, Chad Phillip. But here comes Harlem again. This is Maxime, and cleared there in the end. Long clearance there to force Harlem to reset it. Will give Southeast a chance to set their lines.
Very good build-up play from Harlem. Very composed, quality football. They were able to escape very easily, Gavin.
Here comes Brandel this time, and I think he's given too much time on that ball. It's found Donan Jervey. It's back to Brandel Richards. Again, if lots of time. I think, yes, that player was coming from an offside position. Good decision there from the assistant official. And offside it is. It's going to be a free kick for Sagicor Southeast.
I think Brandel needs to work on playing a little bit more composed. We are trying to close out the game and trying to finish the game. Their mental football becomes more important than the actual skills and techniques that you pull off. You need to be aware of the moments of the game. You need to know when, why, when. These things are very important when trying to close out a game, you know. A simple pass to a teammate may be the best option at the time. And that's the technique you see the Sagicor Southeast doing. They're just trying to keep possession and keep play moving.
So it's just a few minutes, moving up to 6 o'clock. The referee has spotted an infringement. Is giving a free kick to Harlem. They're looking to take it quickly. Is looking to find Order Laville. And looking to find now Joss Prince. Will he get onto it? No. Defender able to put that one into touch.
I think Quinton Moses has had a more quiet game than he did in his last encounter. However, whenever there's a striker, an opposition striker who scores three goals as the starting centre back, you're not having a very good game. However, he made a very good interception, and he has done his part to keep the score line at a minimum, not allowing them to concede more goals.
Harlem really struggling to create chances in the second half, and they still continue to train, or trail, I should say. But as we saw in the first half, you know, they're capable of getting goals against the run of play.
And some very good football being played there by Javi George. I think that is the difference between a national forward and a national league forward. You know, he held up the ball, he made a few step overs, he forced the defense to come to him, but in the end he made the composed and better pass for his team.
The keeper was in two minds as to whether he could have picked up the ball or not, so he took the safer option.
Gavin again, Southeast are showing why they are the two-time champions, you know.
Joseph Prince is down.
However, Javid George
is Javid George playing it across the goal. There's a fumble there from Jalwi. Fortunately for Harlem, it was out of the path there of the unrushing player for Southeast. And Southeast will just reset. So good game management. As you're saying, it's with Kenny John Baptist.
However, he's crowded out there. And Don Juvie now has the ball, and Harlem come forward.
Well, he was looking to play a through ball there for, looked like a Tariq John Baptist.
Very good keeping. The keeper was out early. He was in a very good position, and he was able to gain possession. Very good defending there from Adam Philogen, and he wins the ball back for Harlem United.
And that's gone out. It's going to be a throw-in for Surgical Southeast. So into the dying stages of this encounter. And as it stands, Surgical Southeast will be the team walking away with the 3 points this afternoon. 3 goals from Joss Prince in the first half. The difference here this afternoon.
I think definitely he's the man of the match. He has made a very important and telling contribution to the game. The team plays different when Pap is on the field. This is a comment I have heard from a Southeast supporter, many of them, and I think today proves that. He gives the team something different. I think Virgil van Dijk does the same thing for Liverpool, and anyone who watches football on that level would agree, and I think Pap does the same thing for his team.
Well, there's Brandel Richards now, and again playing the final third, just letting Harlem down there.
I think the difference in the game has been the difference in quality between Sydney and Brandel. I think Sydney has made a lot of his hard work count, while Brandel has let a lot of his go to waste. He has made a number of errant passes. He has given away possession quite a number of times from the opening stages of the game, and I think that is the telling difference. If he had been able to connect a few more of his passes, then he would have been able. Harlem would have had a stronger foothold in this game.
Okay, so the ball back with Southeast, and the referee spotted a foul. He's giving the free kick to Harlem. They're taking it quickly. Southeast guilty of being napping here. Here's a Don and Juvie. Can he create something? Good defending there, and the player has Javid George. Can Javid keep it in play? Yes, he can. No, he didn't. The ball's gone out. It's going to be a throw-in for Harlem.
Luckily for the Harlem United, if that ball had not gone out, he would have been away.
So 3 minutes to go and stoppage time. And Joseph Prince.
Another very good tackle by Adam Philogen. He's made quite a good difference since coming into the game. He has won a few tackles and...
Odell with the strike. Not today. Oh, sorry. Mistake there. I mistook the player. He looked like Odell, but it wasn't. It was actually number 15.
Number 15.
Yeah.
One of the substituted players.
That's Jadel Zavi, one of the players who came in there.
I think he definitely wants to make a mark, Gavin. There you have him winning back possession, however, doing so illegally. I think he definitely wants to make a mark and wants to, I guess, fight his way into the starting lineup. These are the opportunities you get to put your name in the hat.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to put the coaching staff under pressure. You have to perform when your name is called in. But here's George, and once again Adam Philogen with it. Sets Donan Juvie on his way. He has other level in support. Chooses to cut back, and strong challenge there. But still with Harlem, and other level is calling for it on the wings, and he's calling again. He's finally given to him. And what can he do? He's looking to get past Marian Phillip, but Marian Phillip has had his number in the second half, and it's gone out, and it will be a goal kick.
I think there could have been some argument that the ball could have been gone out for a corner. However, a goal kick is signaled, and both teams are ready to restart. Very good game, Gavin. Very good game. I think the fans have been entertained this afternoon. They have been put on to a very good display. I think the football has been more intense than we normally expect, and I think the scoreline reflects that.
Well, we were hoping for more goals in the second half as neutral supporters, but we didn't quite get that. We got some near opportunities with Joseph Prince hitting the woodwork, also Javid George hitting the woodwork, but not the back of the net. So the scores remain 3-2. I believe we're into stoppage time now. We didn't see a signal from the fourth official.
It seems that the board is now going up, and there should be 5 minutes, if I'm seeing correctly. 5 minutes.
5 minutes of stoppage time. So 5 minutes for Harlem to get something out of this game. 5 minutes for Southeast to hold on. Almost got an opportunity there.
Very good tackle from Malian. He has been a very important force for his team.
And 5 minutes for Southeast to hold on.
Very good tackle by Adam, and that puts his team away. However, they are unable to create a chance on goal.
So Jocelyn Prince, the leading contender for the man of the match. If the scores remains the same and the Southeast team able to win, definitely he'll be the man of the match, Jocelyn Prince.
There you have an error by Adam Philogen, and the ball goes out into touch for a throw-in for the Sagicor Southeast. They have done a very good job of managing the game. They have slowed down the game to almost a walking pace. They are not allowing the ball to be played quickly. Whenever they have a dead ball, they take their time on it. And this is allowing the time to tick away, giving the Harlem United less time to find an equalizer.
Well, just an interesting thought there, Jordan. What do you think would probably happen if Odelaville were to get a hat-trick there at the dying stages of that game? In terms of the man of the match award, will we now have to split it between the two of them?
I don't think so. I think Jocelyn scored a perfect hat-trick. Just in terms of football and I guess rankings and ratings as a player, it's always good when you can score a hat-trick with your left foot, right foot, and one from your head. You know,
but in the context of the game now, with Odelaville getting a hat-trick, if he were to score the hat-trick,
in the dying
stages, in terms of pulling his team back from a deficit 3 times, I think that would be worthy of a mention too.
Worthy of a mention, but Pap has had the bigger influence on the game. So I think it should definitely, if Pap is leading contender as is, I think Oda would have to not only score the goal, but be a very influential part in that goal scoring for him to overtake the #1 contender.
Well, that's all just wishful thinking there, as we're into the dying stages of this encounter, into stoppage time, of which we have 5 minutes, and looks like we have 2.5 more minutes, plus whatever the referee may decide to add on. Well, it's been a very entertaining game of football, especially in the first half, where we saw some 5 goals in the first half. And Southeast holding on there. And breaking up. Here they come again. Harlem with another opportunity. Knows not being able to keep that one in play.
Attempted ball played there by Adam Philogen. I think he has done a good job in applying more attacking force from the deep-lying midfield position for the Harlem United team. He has broken up quite a number of plays for Southeast, and not only that, but transitioned them going the other way a lot. But here you have Javid George in a foot race with Brandel. However, Brandel wins that foot race and goes in the other direction. However, his final ball.
Well, it's Sidney Lockhart now. We'll come on to that. And the goalkeeper once again in a very good position, Jordan, playing that sweeping role and able to break up that counter there.
He has done that job very well. He has had to come out a number of times. I think he is another player. Whilst the scoreline reflects he did not have a good game, he has done a good job in keeping the scoreline as low as it has. He has come out quite a few times and has done excellently every time he has come out.
And once again, Jalwi, of course, a national goalkeeper as well.
And in that last encounter, Gavin, I think you saw the Brandel holding hit the back of his left thigh. I think he's starting to show the effects of such an intense game. However, you still see Javi George making every run with full intensity and giving everything for the team. I think the difference in that level, the national players and the National League players, is quite obvious. A good attempt, Gavin, a bit wayward, but...
I think he spotted the goalkeeper may have been just off his line a little bit and probably decided to take that opportunity. But can it break down for Harlem?
Malian says no.
Time. And that's the final whistle. The final score here at the Stock Farm playing field. The defending champions, Surgical Southeast, 3, Promex Harlem United, 2. Jordan, I'm going to leave you with some final words while I make my way onto the field for the post-match presentation.
All right, Gavin, thank you. It was a pleasure, as always.
Gentlemen, we have come to the end of the game. The scores at the end of the game is 3-2 in favor of the defending champions, Surgical Southeast. Defeating Promex Harlem United 3-2 here at the Stockton Complex. You want to say congratulations?
Interesting, entertaining, high-paced game. However, the Surgical Southeast defending champions once again proving that they are out to defend, and not only defend but make history by becoming three-peat Premier Division champions. I'm going to be signing off.
Compliments by BNTV.
It has been a wonderful game, and
the Dominica Football Association.
We will be holding on for Gavin when he takes over for the presentation.
A total of $300 for the man of the match is the captain of the Surgical Southeast, Jocelyn Prince. Also the captain of Harlem, Kasim, you're called. You ready? We have the former national player, defender, Afali Frederick, to do the presentation for us here this afternoon. Afali, former national player. You ready? Tough defender. We want to just extend our condolences to him as he lost his sister. He came down for the funeral. So we're just taking a little advantage of him this afternoon. Hold that one first. Hold on. You ready? You want to come, sir? Come. You go there? Come. Good? Yeah. We say once again congratulations to Jocelyn Prince of Surgical Southeast, the man of the match. He'll receive $200 compliments via BNTV and $100 compliments the Dominica Football Association. That's the first one. $200 compliments via BNTV. Congratulations, Jocelyn Prince. Thank you everyone for showing up. And see you tomorrow. We have another big game tomorrow. Buffett State will be in action tomorrow.
Since we played football, you see there, you take me. I never stop thinking about you, my boy. Okay? So let's continue. Okay? I love your spirit, my boy. For life.
Happy Buffett State will take on LA Enterprise Bombers right here.
All right, so we're here now with the captain of the Surgical Southeast team, also the man of the match this afternoon, Joseph Prince. Joseph Prince, a hard-fought victory for your team, 3-2 over Harlem. What did you make of the performance this afternoon?
First of all, I just want to say thanks to God for a lovely day today. The performance today, I mean, it wasn't our best, but at the end of the day, I mean, we got the 3 points, and that's the most important thing for us today.
You got off to a very good start. 2 quick goals really had Harlem under pressure, but then Harlem found themselves back into the game. What really transpired at that point?
I don't know, for the moment, a bit of loss of focus from our guys, and I mean, at the end, I just have to encourage them that we have to push, we have to keep on pushing, because we have to play all game.
Talk to me about your performance now, a hat-trick for you. Being described as a perfect hat-trick, a goal with your left foot, your right foot, also a header. What did you make of your individual performance?
Yeah, well, I always think I can do a lot better. I can work much harder, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's just keeping my composure, keeping focus, and just do the right thing so I could get the team ahead.
And you had a number of chances to really put that game out of reach from Harlem. Hit the woodwork twice in the second half. Concerns with your finishing? Well, not your finishing in particular, but generally?
Yeah, a bit disappointed because I know what the guys can give. I know guys like Javid, I know they work very hard, but I know they can do much better, and I'll just have to continue motivating them back home on the training pitch.
And especially following what transpired last weekend, where you really had to work hard to get a share of the points against Dubla. How comforting is this victory now for you this afternoon?
With the points, I mean, I'm delighted that we got 7 points right now. Just have to keep up there at the top with Dubla and the other teams. So we're just going to keep on pushing and just win as many games as possible as we can.
All right, thank you very much, Joseph Prince. All right, they've heard it from the captain of the Surgical Southeast team, Joseph Prince. Southeast winning this afternoon 3-2. So on behalf of the entire production team, Gavin Richards saying good evening. Okay, we're just getting a little interruption there. I think we're getting actually now the Harlem captain, Kasim Pelte, who's coming on to the field. Just wait for Kasim Pelte. Of course, Kasim Pelte, captain here of the Harlem Promex Harlem team. You had to come back, or you came back, I should say, from an early 2-0 deficit, but came up short in the end. Where do you think it went wrong this afternoon?
Well, in the beginning of the game, Gavin, we didn't get settled down very quick in the game. They were coming at us, and then they catch us under pressure, and then we came back with 2 goals and bring it to 2-2. Then they grabbed the lead again, and then that was it.
Bit disappointed that you're unable to get that equalizer in the second half. How do you describe your play in the final third?
Yeah, we are very disappointed in how we play in the second half, in the final third. Certain balls that we get to stick to our game plan and stretch it wide, our passes wasn't weighed properly and so forth, and bad touches, but we'll bounce back, I must say.
How do you intend on bouncing back? You have some time in the training ground this week. What will be some of the areas that you want to work on?
Well, definitely we're going to try and start off the game on a high. Too many times that we're starting off the game too slowly. Last game we played against Buffett State, we started on a high. This game we start slow. We're inconsistent, I must say. We need to be consistent in going forward and work to our team plan and keep on fighting together as a team.
All right, thank you very much, Kasim. And we wish you best of luck the next time around as you continue with the football. So that's it with the post-match presentation. We heard from Joseph Prince. We also heard from the captain of the Harlem team, Kasim Pelte. And I think the DFA PRO, Gerald George, is coming on as well. So we'll just hold on a little bit for that. Yeah. Okay, so we have the DFA PRO, Gerald George, with us. And we have some developments as it relates to the men's national football team. Remember, we're preparing for the World Cup qualifiers. There's a game against Anguilla in June. And that game will be held right here in Dominica at Windsor Park. But Gerald, what's the latest with the national team?
Oh yeah, Gavin, we're excited to announce that for the second leg that we'll be having the team, we continue in the pilot project. So the team will be in training again as of Tuesday, and they'll be training twice a day. And as we were preparing for the first leg. So we want to continue the momentum and keep up, and hopefully in the 2 games that we can pull up a victory. Our first game in the second leg is against Anguilla at the Windsor Park Stadium, and our second game against Barbados. We're not sure where we're going to play that game yet, but we've been in discussion with Barbados and see if we can get to play that game at home. But we're very excited to continue the pilot project. We've trimmed down the team, and of course it's going to cost us a little less, but we're calling on the public to come forward, those who want to assist. It's costing a lot of money to have the guys in camp and doing these pilot projects and paying them a salary, and plus when they go in camp you have to the accommodation and all those kind of things. So, but nonetheless we're going to do it, and it's just to bring Dominica's football forward, and we're very excited about it.
We already see the benefits of the elite program, the pilot program. We're seeing the difference with the national players compared to the other league players. Looks like the program is really working.
Yeah, definitely it's working, and that's why we continue in it. And of course, we're hoping that we can get at least 1 additional player from overseas to add to the group, and we're hoping that Jack Green will be one of the players that we get to add to that group. And I know the coaching staff have been working very, very, very hard with the guys, and once you keep them in training, I expect a good show come when we meet Anguilla on June 2nd, and then on June 8th when we play Barbados. We need to end our World Cup campaign on a high. So we want to end our World Cup campaign on 2 victories. So when we met as an executive body on Wednesday, that was the decision that was taken, and the team will be back in training from Tuesday.
All right, thank you very much, Gerald George, the PRO of the Dominican Football Association. We heard the good news. The elite program, pilot program, continues for the men's national football team. But that's why we're going to say goodbye here from Vivian TV. We'll be back on air tomorrow with another big game. Happy Baffin State versus the LA Enterprise Bombers. Kickoff for that game is at 4 o'clock. We should be on air from about 3:45. So until then, I'm Gavin Richards saying good evening on behalf of the entire production team.